Hi everyone, Coach Chris here, and for today we're going to discuss the movement we call pelvic tilts. Okay, so one of the benefits of this movement will be helping you to have better spinal control, hip awareness, and decompression of your lower back in case you do have those days where your lower back just feels pretty tight. It's gonna foundational movement before you proceed to bigger movements such as squats or deadlifts or anything that's demanding a lot on your hips. This is how the movement looks like from a half kneeling position. Just want you to observe what's been happening here. So this is shifting the hips forward, that is shifting the hips back. Shifting the hips forward, shifting the hips back. Shifting hips forward, shifting the hips back. So think as if you do have a line over here. Now we're going to shift forward. This line, or my fingers here, would point down towards the floor. As I shift back, this line here would point straight up towards the ceiling. So line points down, that is shifting your hips forward. Line points up, that is shifting your hips back. Line points down, shifting your hips forward. Line points up, shifting my hips backwards. Okay, so again, this is how it's going to look. Okay, so no movement around the ribs. Every movement that's been happening would be just below your belly button, then around your pocket line. Okay, if you find this movement quite challenging, there's few ways that you can regress this movement, and that is by just lying on your back, and we'll be using this band here as a feedback guide for our back to its proper positioning. So all you need to do, lying on your back with this band just underneath your lower back. What you would do over there is first feel naturally if the posture of your back would allow you to pull the band on both sides. If that's the case, that means that your hips are shifting way too far forward. Therefore, you should learn how to shift your hips further back. Otherwise, if you do feel that right away, the lower back stops the band from being pulled, that means that you do have too much of the backward tilt. And therefore, you should learn how to shift your hips forward more. But either or, you should be able to control when your hips would shift back and when your hips would shift forward. So let's give that one a try. So first, have a feel of that band. Then start on by allowing your lower back to lift off away from the band. Then gently pinning the band down. Shifting away from the band. Then pinning the band. Now try to place your thumbs on top of your rib cage, making sure that your rib cage isn't doing the work. You should feel a bit of your midsection muscles and your hips doing the work here, and trying to do it as slow and controlled as you can. So doing this one between 15 to 30 repetitions, slow and controlled. Give that one a shot and let me know how it goes.